There it is. Clash the Podcast. I'm Challz Brown. Right beside me is Travis, artist named Flizz, and Dante over there. We sharing links right now because we need to get the people in the building. Tasha's in the building.
Hey, yo, everybody.
TJ in the building. TJ in Atlanta tonight.
Yeah.
TJ, hit us up and let us know when that show is. Tomorrow night, right? TJ holding it down for CLB and Coleon and Wolfman, the whole team. We're going to have a good show. What's popping? Oh, let me get TJ shit. Hey, say less. Say TJ with the super shout out. Super shout out. We got some crazy stories, bro. It's wild tonight. I got some wild stuff to talk about. I want to know. I'm gonna let the crowd decide, right? I'm gonna let the crowd decide. Should we go heavy and talk about Gunna, or go light and talk about Bhad Bhabie?
What Bhad Bhabie do? The chick?
I'm not up on.
I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna school y'all on both of them. If we
just go,
if we getting somewhere.
Ask the people what they want to talk about. Or us to talk about.
We're gonna get into. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about. We're gonna start it off heavy.
Yep.
Gunna from YSL, from Young Thug's team.
TJ said both. I was gonna say that, but
how we sounded there, TJ? So Gunna from
don't get emotional.
Gunna from YSL, which is Young Thug. Some people feel like he snitched. Some people say he didn't. But what happened was he was let out of prison because he admitted to the judge that YSL, Young Slime Life, is indeed a gang.
I ain't gonna say he told, but he was telling.
And what happened is his lawyer came out and said he'll never go to trial against Young Thug. But we all know that Young Thug is on trial for running an enterprise, which includes a gang. So by you gonna get it out saying it's a gang, it's gonna make Young Thug have a whole lot of trouble trying to defend his case. So now I say all that to say that I'm getting people caught up to speed that don't know what's going on. Young Thug is a very popular rapper. I'm gonna talk to people like they don't know what's going on right now. Young Thug is a very popular rapper who is in jail right now for a RICO Act that says he is the leader of an illegal organization. They arrested 28 people, and most of those 28 people have taken plea deals saying they know that they have done a crime. A RICO only has to prove that you guys are an organization that does crime.
Which he said they were.
and they want to get the head of an organization that's doing crime. That's why they let out already probably 15 people, because they took pleas. Because they only want one person. They want Young Thug at the top. They want to give him like 30 to life. Right? The first person out of prison was Gunna. When Gunna got out, a video came out unauthorized. It was a bootleg. Somebody in the courtrooms took a picture of it, although the rumors are that it was law enforcement that took the pictures themselves, the video themselves,
send them up,
and put it out so that people would see that this is what's going on. Because that wasn't supposed to leak. It was not supposed to be heard by me and you. But video footage came out of him saying he admits that YSL is a gang and that he admits that there's been criminal activity. All of them statements are enough to get Young Thug life in jail. Right? We caught up. So with that being said, check the comments. With that being said,
this is to check the comments, man.
With that being said, he got out about 2 weeks ago. He has not posted anything, if I'm not mistaken. Today, he posted for the first time, and it blew up the internet. It was very controversial. Gunna's first post, mind you, he just told the judge. Mind you, he just told the judge, YSL is a gang. I am only part of the label. I am not part of the gang. He went online and said, people are switching sides. Ain't no switching sides. I'm going to give you the exact quote in a minute. But he was basically saying, long live YSL, the label. Mind you, you just went in court and said it's a gang. You said it's a label and a gang.
But hold up, though.
Wait, let me finish it. Then you can. But let me just finish. Let me explain what's going on. So when they one and the same, it's no separation. Once you said it was a gang, now it's a gang. It ain't no more label. And he's the head of it, right? So he went online now with his first post trying to get back his street credibility.
Right.
When he posted that, all of the members, first of all, Young Thug's sister went nuts.
Uh-oh.
And then all of the members of YSL unfollowed him.
Really?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Allegedly.
Uh-oh.
So, what I'm telling you is, with that post, he's attempting to get himself back into the mix of artists, and he's trying to separate himself from the gang. But you can't be on that label and not be and still have to end up in, because he may end up in court testifying that they are a gang. His lawyer said he won't never have to, but he will. If Thug goes to trial, he will have to testify. This is a point blank fact.
Get up for perjury.
Yes, he will have to go on that stand and sit up on that stand and say, this is a gang. So by you going online saying long live the label, you're trying to make it like, oh, we still cool. Nobody on the label's cool. The head of that label is in prison, and you just took a deal to make sure he stays there. Right? So what I'm telling you, all of this is about a rapper trying to return to rap normalcy. And he thought of this post of what he could say to make himself seem like, let's get back to business as usual. And he put long live YSL, the label. Tekashi 6ix9ine went under there and said, you just told the judge 2 weeks ago that it's a gang. LOL. Because he the first one going to jump in there, right? So we're going to have a conversation. I want to talk to y'all about now. What you just heard, if you got any questions, I'll tell you.
I don't have no questions. I just got answers.
But Gunna is a multi-million-dollar rapper with big giant songs. One of his songs, he says, take it to trial. That's the name of the song. He not only did not take it to trial, he stood up in court and said, it's everybody but me, because I'm just a rapper. They are the gang. Right? Can he return to his career as a believable rapper?
Listen, what you just said was incriminating. That you said everybody that was a part of the so-called label or gang unfollowed him.
Right.
That's telling already.
Super shout out, Ugly Professor in the building.
Ugly.
4 Eyes Professor. Shout out. If I miss any other shout outs, let me know. Continue, Dante.
So that right there, see, there's 2 sets of rules, probably even 3.
Easy said you got a half moon Nas, and Dante got the freshest cut in the game.
It's between Half Moon Nas and Dante.
Go ahead, Dante.
My barber blends East Providence.
Let's go.
But you better give me some money for that too. But think about it. There's 2 sets of rules. You hear a lot of people say either you're a civilian or you're not. And regardless if you're a part of a record label, right? If you participated in some of the activities that they participated in, you're affiliated.
Right.
You know what I mean? So let's put it in the proper perspective.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate though. He was just a rapper.
No, listen.
It's been clear from the beginning. Most people say he wasn't involved. But go ahead.
No, I didn't say what the activities they was doing, but I said any activity. It's like, okay, let's look at it like this, right? This is a happy.
CJ in the building. Super shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out to CJ. Oh, let me get the.
Flizz is a happy man at home. Now, if I'm outside doing some naughty things, and everybody know we crew love rapping, and he was there with me at a show, and word got out, yo, Dante had this menage, and there was a whole bunch of other dudes in there.
Dante had a menage.
Who name you think is coming up first?
Yo, I'm bugging. I couldn't. The other day I was like, I'm losing my brain cells. I was like, I know what a menage is. A menage is, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, is that when you flip? Like, is that 3 or 4? Like, what?
It's
3, right?
Well, yeah.
I'm bugging. I'm on crack right now. Go ahead.
3.
Go ahead.
It's
Go ahead. Dante the sexpert.
Is French for 3.
Dante the sexpert. He right. Trois. I'm going to France too. Shout out to Lorenzo the Butcher. Let's go.
So when you have, if you say Dante had that and he had a bunch of people with him, who name is coming up first?
Dante.
Flizz. No,
Hell
remember,
no.
It's no. It's by affiliation.
I get what you're saying.
By affiliation, they gonna because remember, we had a show. He did this. Flizz is who's always with me.
CJ, you blew it. You blew it. Next time though, I got you. Go ahead.
So that's what I'm sitting up there saying. So regardless of the matter, even if he wasn't partaking in anything, I bet you he knew something was going on.
That's why his ass sat in jail.
Because
for
the
9
fact
months.
of the matter that he said it was a gang. If you wasn't a part of nothing, how could you say it was a gang?
That's the thing too with these rappers. They want to look like they in it till it's time to go to jail for it.
Take it to trial,
And then they want to cop pleas and this and that.
No, you know what it is? Because again, you know that saying, you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't think the kitchen's going to come.
Yeah.
They think they still going to remain in the living room, Netflix and chill.
You know what I want to do right now? I want to let Flizz speak. I want to hear Flizz's opinion about just this whole thing. What am I?
Again, it's dangerous. No, I'm saying I don't speak.
Let Flizz speak.
I don't speak on things like that and say, oh, I know. It's like I don't speak in definites. So because I'm like, what if that could have been a coordinated strike with him and his crew, like everybody unfollow me, so we don't look like.
Hold on, Flizz, slow down. I hear you. They not. This ain't that, bro. This ain't that, bro. They not on the same page. But go ahead. I'm gonna finish.
The fact that it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I can't speak in definites, and I won't.
But
that's why I never
give
do.
us something though. What's your thoughts on? First of all, what's your thoughts on? What's your thoughts on what he did with saying "Long live the label" when all of them got arrested?
I think
he's the first one out of jail. Yes.
I think he tried to separate. Like that's what it sounds like. He tried to separate. Like, all right, because I already said I'm not. This is the gang, but I rock the label. So you gotta parse it up in the boxes. Like, all right, this is what I'm repping. I'm not repping the gang, Your Honor. So in some way that shows intelligence and strategy. But in the same way, it's like your other question is like.
Now he said it was a gang in the court.
I know. I said that's what I'm saying. That's why he's trying to parse it up in the boxes. So the funny thing is, it's like if you look at like the whole thing, it just your first question was, can he go back to rapping the way he was? I find it hard for street rappers and like thug rappers to get back to that same level of credibility once people, even if they're wrong, even if you're right or whatever wrong, like fans of street rap are just so fickle.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like you could have been 100% in the right. Nah, that wasn't thug enough for me. I ain't F with you no more. So
yeah.
So to answer that question, so that's the thing. I can't answer in a definite because it's too many holes.
So one more question before I go.
Yeah.
Before I say something about it.
Right, easy.
Why do you think?
He already said it.
Is it possible to separate the label and the gang? What if it's some guys that just they studio heads? They all in studio. They just write raps. They do songs and shows. What if he really was one of them guys?
Okay, listen to what you're saying.
Is he being treated fair?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You're saying it to hip hop fans, and law enforcement is looking at it two things. They don't care about hip hop and a gang. They looking at it as one. They just looking at the name.
Facts.
YSL, that's all they looking at. They don't care if you said it was a label. They looking at YSL did this.
Facts.
They ain't saying gang or label.
No doubt.
YSL did this.
All right, so now let's talk about the people. The people in and around Atlanta who know more than we do about it. The people that's all in the mix online, they all in the trial paperwork, and they watching this and what's going on. And they are fans of his. Because when Tekashi 6ix9ine did it, everybody was like, he a rat, this and that third. We don't rock with him no more. Now, this is a guy that's beloved.
Mm-hmm.
He's beloved. He get mad love. And people are trying to actively make excuses for him. A lot of them saying he ain't snitched out of this and that and the third. But, with all that being said, he need them people to believe him. Because I'm not a fan of Gunna. I don't listen to Gunna. Those people that listen to him are the ones going to be judging him.
Right as now, he did not snitch. Because nobody just heard him just say that it's a gang.
Let me be honest with you. He snitched.
No, listen.
Go ahead.
He's saying they're a gang. He just said they're a gang. He didn't say they did stuff.
He did say that. He said, I have knowledge of crimes.
He said they got knowledge of crime?
He said, I have knowledge that they've done criminal acts.
Oh, game over. What are they talking about?
How can he say that they're a gang if he never seen, he don't know nothing?
That's why
he has knowledge of criminal acts.
What did I say earlier? I said he had to be around some stuff.
Yeah, he know he has.
Ain't nobody committed crime and going to tell somebody that wasn't there they committed a crime.
Flizz, read the comments.
But too bad he already said it's a gang in order to get out. That's what Easy said. Mandel said, I'm surprised with all the Keith Murray stories are not in the agenda tonight.
I'm gonna get to that, Keith. Dale, I'm glad you reminded me. I'm getting to that.
And then Easy said again, if that was the case, they wouldn't use the lyrics against them in the trial.
If what was the case?
I don't know.
That they wasn't a gang. If they wasn't a gang, they using his lyrics.
Young Thug is cooked. I hate to see brothers go. I hate that. I hate to see brothers go to prison, bro.
He's in the kitchen in the frying pan.
He cooked, bro. You make a song after your enemy mom's house gets shot up, and then you make a song saying, I bet after his mom's house got shot up, he won't say nothing else.
Ooh.
After it happened, you make a lyric that says, I bet he won't say nothing else after his mom got shot. He literally said that. My thing is, we want to say, y'all, you can't use people's lyrics, but when you blatantly say exactly what happened, we're going to use your lyrics, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. But if I say, if Flizz gets shot tomorrow, and then in 2 days, I got a whole song talking about how I ran down on Flizz, guess who lyrics getting used? Guess who getting the handcuffs? Me. So, and rightfully so, at some point, you got to be smart, bro. Back in the day, we used to want to be low-key. You didn't want them to know this and that. Now, it's like, you go do it. You go pay for studio time and make a song. That what you just did. But I feel like, in my opinion, let me just say this about Gunna, right? Yes, that is the definition of snitching. They keep posting this thing online, right, about this biker gang who had this huge fight over in the Midwest. Huge, two biker gangs clashed, bar brawl, 300 people. It was, I don't know, 100 people arrested. All of them, they hit them all with a RICO, all this whatever they hit them with, whatever, all of them. Do you know? They sat in jail so long, like a couple months, not one said a word. They had to drop the case.
Ooh.
They had to let every single one. People died in that fight. They had to let every single one of them go because not one person said a word. Them bikers kept it tight. They didn't say no words. They ate that time, and it wasn't even. I don't even know, was it 3 months, 6 months, 8 months? I don't know what it was.
Built for that though. That's what they do.
But exactly. So they didn't say a word. Case got dropped. Nobody has a record of it. It's over. He stood up and said, Your Honor, I have knowledge of this. They are a gang. At that point, he's saying, I'm a rapper. They're this and that. That is the definition of snitching. Now, with this new hip-hop culture, they're going to cherry pick out of that. Snitching don't mean what it used to mean. Right? They're going to cherry pick out. Oh, they tried to do something to his baby mom. Oh, this and that. They're going to cherry pick out and find a way to still rock with him. Can he still be a rapper, a multi-platinum rapper? Yes, he can be. But the way this going down, he was so loved, right? A lot of people is going to feel he's loved, but Young Thug is loved more. He rolled on Young Thug in their eyes. So now, I can't, if I'm a Young Thug fan, I can't play this man's music. I can't like nothing about him. Because if Thug would be out if it wasn't for him. If he would have stood tall for another 3-4 months, who knows? They could have all got out. But he ain't the only one that took the deal. So now, you got 15 of them taking deals. I think it's only 2 that's not taking a deal. And Thug. They're not even offering Thug a deal because he the one they want. So now, can he build a career? Yes. Will it be the same? No, it would never be the same. And he's going to have to watch his back everywhere he go. And he's going to have trouble performing in Atlanta. He might have to do what NBA Youngboy does and record at home. Because I don't see really happening really, really good things for him trying to perform in and around Atlanta. I really just don't. So I see him probably doing the 6ix9ine route, performing overseas and taking these shows on these festivals where he's in and out. Other than that, I don't see him doing a lot of intimate venues. So Gunna hip-hop career is not going to be like Tekashi, because Tekashi got Death Wish. He don't care. So he's going to antagonize. He's going to, whatever. Gunna trying to be taken as a serious artist. He's trying to move with his life. The energy not the same, and so therefore he's going to be coming with a softer sound, a softer energy. it's not gonna really work, and I don't think it's gonna. I think his career gonna be in real trouble. It's gonna be people scared to do features with him. Would you do a feature with him, Dante?
Guilty. Face down on the pavement. No hold bars. No.
Flizz, what's in the comments, man? Some Orange Live wrote something to you.
Yeah, he wrote. Yeah, what up, Orange? I can't check that joint right now. It looked like you put me on. You sent me a survey from Survey Monkey or something.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But shout out to Orange. I don't know what the survey's on the survey, but
I think that
it says I've been nominated.
Yeah, I think that Gunna is going to have a real tough time, especially with Young Thug's sister out there. Everything he posts, she going nuts, right? He gonna have a real tough time bouncing back in this hip hop community. I feel like
his sister you got
Young Thug's sister going nuts.
You got a woman coming out there saying something?
She like Tory Lanez fault. Patricia Rose in the building. Super shout out.
Yeah.
Super shout out.
Yo, I think my girl Jennifer Laramie's in the building too.
Yeah, she is.
Shout out to Jennifer.
Yo, Jennifer, that's my dogs right there.
Yeah, it is. Super shout out. So, in closing with that, I think I really don't want listen, if Young Thug really did have somebody killed, I don't know what to tell you. That's something for the law to decide. I can't stop somebody.
Shiesty in the building.
Shiesty in the building. Shout out.
What up?
I can't stop somebody
Chops
from going to prison because they murdered somebody, even if you're a rapper. But I don't like to see people go to prison. That's the last thing I want for people, especially my people. You know what I'm saying? But I can't stop the law from coming at you when you're doing stupid stuff. You rapping about the crimes you did. You still sending hits, man. You supposed to. What's rapping mean to you, bro? When you get rich, does it mean still carrying on the same activities you was when you was a broke thug? It makes no sense for a dude to get this kind of money and throw more guns and more chaos on the street.
But you know what, though? See, Charles, we come from an era where hip hop was having fun. It's like the interview you just sent with the dude talk about skis, talk about Pee Wee Herman.
I think it ain't about hip hop having fun. But go ahead, I'm listening.
No, it was about having fun, and it's like nowadays, like in this generation is about keeping it real or a rep. You know, remember when Gay Star just to get a rep? That's what this generation really.
We need to have that conversation tonight.
Yes.
We did it to them though, Dante. It's our fault.
Here's what I think, honestly. Hip hop didn't change. I'm saying we're just older. There's still all those segments plus some of hip hop now.
We just need to have that conversation right
now.
We just choose to focus on stuff. There's still the fun rap. There's still the thug rap. Just like in the 90s and 80s, there was the fun rap. There was the thug shit.
Nah, remember though,
expanding.
I'm with you, but remember, Luke and them, they tried to cancel them. Dang. They tried to cancel NWA. Now the Lukes and the NWA is what's popping right now.
I get it.
That's
why I think Charles is saying we cannot take accountability for our generation passed on to the next, and they just spend it. So it's like all the same stuff. It's just new.
You know why we say the N-word? You know why we say the N-word so heavy? Our fathers said it to us. Our uncles said it to us.
It's like
our moms and dad.
We can't start.
And you pass down. Yeah, you pass down.
We can't love a culture. Well, our culture's the bomb. Then we get older. Oh, these young people, man, they're so lost. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the same game, different players. So that's one thing I'll always stand by that. Like, you know why?
Same game, different players.
Yo, we're
gonna
have fun
tonight. Same exact game,
tonight.
different players. There's still thug rap. We had thug rap. We had a commercial. We had our fun. We had our club joints. It's still the same stuff now. It's just, I think when you get older,
it's more in the spot.
You like, oh, this shit just sucks.
It's more in the spotlight because you know when the transition of this came with Biggie. Biggie made the transition of because like when we had the like I said, when you had the boot camps and all that, Biggie made it about being Don Dada, all this niggas bleed just like us and all that talk.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Biggie was trying to keep up with the West Coast. I'm not gonna let you do that.
I don't know about that one.
I'm not gonna let you do that.
Go listen to them songs, B.
I'm not gonna let you do that.
About being a Don?
No, Biggie expanded that introduction into that music.
I'm not gonna let you do that, Dante.
All right, go ahead, go listen. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Today's agenda.
Biggie didn't create
violent East Coast.
He didn't create that violent East Coast, West Coast.
I said
that was already there.
I didn't say he created. I said he introduced.
I know you, because you from New York. You want to believe New York started everything.
No.
Now you're gonna make it Biggie the reasons for the violence. Like no, it wasn't New York. It was a long time before Biggie. But Biggie made it. He enhanced
I
it.
know Philly was getting it in. I know that. You know what I mean? Schoolie D.
You know what I want to do right now?
Talk.
I Need Love segment.
Who's loving?
But this one gonna be weird. This one gonna be weird.
Who's loving? Who
This
you
is
who you want to be loving?
This is a I Need Love. I'm calling it I Need Love, but it's really not I Need Love. I want to talk about this for the ladies. I want the ladies to talk about this one. This has trigger warning on it. I'm letting you know now before we even pop it off. Y'all might lose friends for what you say about this situation. If you say the wrong thing in this chat right now, in this situation. What y'all say?
He said, what happened to rappers rapping to get out of the hood because there was a lot of gangsters that rapped and didn't rap about
Facts.
their gangster stuff like Dress from Black Sheep.
Facts. So, this I Need Love
Just to get a rap.
is going to be weird. I really shouldn't make this the I Get Love. I should make this something else. But, ladies in the chat, I'm going to need y'all in on this. Flizz might do a patented Flizz tonight and say something ridiculous. I'm going to say the views and opinions of Flizz do not reflect Clash the Podcast or CLBMG. He's going to say something crazy.
No doubt, I'm grown.
But Bhad Bhabie, the little white girl that was
Why did you just say little?
rocket, because you have to know who she. The little white girl who was rocketed to fame by saying "Cash Me Outside." She was on
Dr.
Phil show, disrespecting her mom. Made millions of dollars just starting to rap. I think she started at 14, 15. Y'all following me now? Y'all know who Bhad Bhabie is? I should put a picture up, but
Yo, she got a GoFundMe page that's making millions.
not no GoFundMe. Let me tell you I'm going to explain to you what's going on. She was 15, 16, 17, 18. She started getting more and more provocative with her dress. A lot of guys start talking about, yo, she hit 18, I'm on it, right? A lot of grown people. She came out today saying that all of the men, when she created her OnlyFans, which she made OnlyFans when she hit 18, made $52 million in 1 year. This little girl who can't even speak. She's speaking broken slang.
She's speaking money things, huh?
Now she's speaking big money. She said that every man that joined her OnlyFans when she hit 18 should be put in jail.
Wow.
So I want to talk about it to the ladies. I know Jennifer's in the building, Veronica's in the building, a couple other people in the building.
Oh, Veronica, shout out. What's that?
And Easy in the building. She's 18, which is legal. But her OnlyFans is supposed to be, right? Some people don't get naked. Some people don't do this and that. But her OnlyFans is supposed to be get butt naked, get butt raw, right? And you're paying whatever the fee, $3.99. Easy. What you pay for the OnlyFans you be watching? $9.99. Well, I don't know. They be having 3 months for 20, whatever it is, right? Soon as she 18, all these grown men swarmed her OnlyFans. And I'm gonna put Dante on the hot seat right now.
You can put me on whatever.
I'm gonna put him on the hot seat.
I don't have OnlyFans, so I don't care.
Pay attention, people, because Dante, right now, we're gonna bring this up for years. Whatever he say right now.
Hey.
Does she have a point? That mean they was watching her when she was 6 and 17. One to get with her.
Oh, you really want my opinion on this?
Listen, so I'm talking about soon as she got legal and hit the play button on the OnlyFans, they went and paid this lady to watch her. Is that wrong? Should they go
first and foremost,
jail?
let me tell you something.
Easy said $42.38. Chubb's in the building.
Let me make something clear for you, just in case you didn't know.
Please.
Each state have their own law, so the age is 16.
Some states.
I said each state
It ain't
has
that
their
many,
own law.
but it's only a few. But go ahead anyway.
Because Rhode Island is 16.
For Raw in the building, go ahead.
Rhode Island is 16. That's number one.
I think they changed that. What's 16 what?
It's because when I was in
with
high
the age of consent?
Yeah, when I was in high school, right?
So a 16-year-old could bang a 30-year-old man.
When I was in high school, I used to read the newspaper every day. And in the newspaper was a story of a 30-something-year-old messing with a 16-year-old. The parents wanted to put him in jail. They could not because the age of consent was 16.
I know you can be a prostitute at 16, but I don't know if you
They
can.
were stripping at 16. We made CNN News because of that.
Hold up, Dante. Hold up.
Where were they stripping at 16?
They were stripping in Rhode Island. We made CNN
Somebody
News.
in the comments, right?
Yes, they was.
Somebody in the comments has to. We need somebody else's opinion. I hear what Dante's saying, right? And he's most likely he's right?
I'll just say I had an experience with
They were supposed to be out of there at 11
at my job where there was a young lady who wanted to do it. They said you had to be 18.
No, this was a while ago.
This I'm saying this was years ago.
Yeah, this was a while ago because what happened was they were supposed to be it was either 16 or 18. They had to be out by 11, but they didn't get them out by 11. We made the news because I remember this.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't know it.
I used to watch the news, seeing it. That was my joint.
So wait. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
That's too dangerous.
I'm asking you a question.
What?
You're a grown man, 25, 30, 35. I'm sure some 40 years olds in there. Soon as this girl set up the own, because $52 million ain't coming from a bunch of 16-year-olds. Them grown men doing that. So, Easy said it's $42.99. I don't know what, but grown man setting up his account, clicking it on this 18-year-old girl. Is she right? Is Bhad Bhabie right?
She have her opinion. She can say whatever she wants. And the people that was watching, they have an opinion. They can watch what they want. Would I watch it? No. If it was my daughter, well, first of all, my daughter would have her own.
Are you okay with a grown man getting the OnlyFans of an 18-year-old girl?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I said that's my opinion. I wouldn't do it, but as you can see, there's some people that will do it.
Chop said he caught the holiday special for $4.99. I appreciate that, Chop. You're giving us really good information. That's what we need.
Scooby-Doo.
That's what we need. $4.99. So Jeremy said no. Jennifer said no. She was 18. That's what I'm talking about. She's 18. The legal age of consent is 18.
Rhode Island 16.
I'm trying to figure. So put it like this. A man of my age, somebody for me, you got to be damn near 30 or above. For me, in my opinion, if you're my age, right? 20 years, 27, 24. That's really pushing it. So what you think? I think about 18. But at the end of the day, right? They're not touching her. They're just watching it, right?
But still,
I don't even know what the thing consists of.
No, hold up, because you know what? There's some dudes that's going to jail for just passing child pornography.
But that's not child pornography.
No, it could listen. In a sector and in a section of the law, it can be.
Nah, bro. Anyway, we're losing track.
No.
We're going over. Hold on. We're losing
track.
Her
being 18.
We have to focus. Know what I mean?
Go ahead, Flizz. What you want to say?
We're not being focused here, and that's why it's a muddy subject, and it's touchy, and that's why the subject is all over the place.
Go ahead.
I mean, at 18, let's be very clear. You're considered an adult. You can go to the military, all that bullshit. So it will not be.
Dale said great question.
It would not be child porn on that level.
This Dante at her house.
When you think about, so we can all see it morally. Say I wouldn't do it. No, would Trav do it? No, I would not. You know what I mean? Would y'all do it? No, I would not. But so the question is, are these guys wrong? And the answer is no, because she became legal.
Chop said every
do I feel you should do it?
Legal consent.
No. Know what I mean? So that's
that she should do it or they should do it.
Do what?
You said, do I think she should do it?
Oh, get an OnlyFans.
What did you say? What did you just say? You said I think.
Said, do I think older men should, like, encourage and look at like 18? 18-year-old to me is still a child. To me.
WTF.
To me, I still look at an 18-year-old as a little girl.
Me too. Me too.
But the fact that they're legal enough to do it, if you're legal enough to put that out there, guess who's gonna watch? You know what I'm saying?
Old ass men.
So that's what I'm saying. So the thing is, are they wrong? The question is, they're not wrong by the standard of they're following the law. Are they wrong by my high on my hog? I could be high on my soapbox and preach to them. They can be like, F you, Flizz, get off your soapbox. So that's what I'm saying. So just to answer the question without fluff, are they wrong? No, because they follow the law.
Now listen to this. Hold up, Charles, before you go. Check this out. Don't you have to be a certain age to upload content on OnlyFans?
Allegedly.
Okay. So now that's what I'm sitting. Now here's what I'm sitting up there saying. If you're a part of a site that is promoting these images,
right?
You're not looking at the age because you already think it's going to be legalized anyway because it's a site. That the site is being accountable for what's being shown, right?
Right.
Thank you. That's the proper perspective. Now,
I still don't get where you went with that.
Dude,
he's going somewhere. Go ahead. I'm
I
think he's going somewhere.
It's self-explainable. I'm saying, listen. Just like Dale said, how did you know she was 18 when you was looking at her on OnlyFans? You don't know.
Oh no, you don't.
So that's the first question. So when you looking at now, this is a preference by whoever looking at whatever female or anything on a site.
This what happened the day she put her OnlyFans up. Everybody's racing to get on there.
Yeah, the thing is we're getting muddy again. She said she was 18. She gave you the who, what, where, when, why, and how.
But OnlyFans posted it. So if you know what I can hide behind right now watching her? That I was on a site that said the content is 18 and over.
18 plus is legal in every state.
That's it. What did she say her age?
She's 18.
Facts right there, number one. You can't argue another age.
I'm not talking about that. She's wrong.
No, I'm saying, I'm just saying, it's too muddy of a situation because I got daughter myself. So it's like, if I put my personal fuck every pervert guy out there, it's going to muddy the question or the fact of like, yo, guess what? She's 18 and she had every right to put it. Should you put that shit up there? You invite a lot of lot of devils. You know, you keep knocking on the devil's door. Eventually, that motherfucker gonna open.
Let me tell y'all what the internet was saying.
What?
I went through the comments, and half of them was saying, "Well, give them their money back then."
Right.
Yes. Yeah, all right.
So if you want to talk shit, right?
Yes.
You want to talk shit about the men that made you rich, put you up in the freaking hills somewhere, up in she probably got a beautiful home overlooking L.A. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is.
You got more than that.
Then give them their money back.
Yo, for real.
Don't diss your fans. These are the people that consume your content.
I agree with that.
You're 18. You're old enough. What they say on any other site is this content is 18 plus. So, I think she's actually, I'm not gonna say male bashing, but it kind of is. Because you can't bash your fans who are consuming your content that you put out of a legal age. Every chick that's 18 was 17 at one point.
2022 was the year that the word accountability got big to everybody.
Yeah.
Like accountability when like even if you're not ready to take accountability when you make decisions as an adult, you need accountability.
That's my favorite word, and that's the problem. That's what's black. Listen again.
That's some of these chicks getting accountability.
Again, when you looking at we're looking at it was a site that allowed her to promote what she was promoting, and you had a consumer base in demand accepted.
Right.
That's my point. Or what I'm saying up there saying it's like she can say whatever she want to say. The site promoted it. It's not like none of these dudes ended up
Easy
over
said
house.
it's not that deep. He said she was asked a question and she laughed and said yes. She said it though, that we get to talk about it. Go ahead, Dante. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's because again, the whole point of the matter is she could say. See, this is how ignorant society is. What happened?
I didn't realize Jeff Stevens an OnlyFans pro over here. Yo, Jeff Stevens, you silly, bro.
We working on a cooking show. Me and Challz, man. We working on a cooking show. CLBMG about to have 15 shows. I promise you. We about to have 15 shows. Don't get emotional. It's gonna be the biggest show on there.
Don't get emotional.
Dante's Don't Get Emotional comes back strong next week.
But again, she could say.
He said she wasn't. Easy said she wasn't bashing, man. She wasn't. I think that we just kind of veered off into a different thing, which is easy to do with these topics, bro. I'm saying you really gotta kind
of. No. My opinion of that, right? Because that quote gets taken out of context or in context, and then that's all over Twitter right now. So,
Charles, I agree with you on that one.
That's making it like those guys are perverts for watching my channel. You can't play with that because now you're 18. You made $52 million off that channel. Now you're trying to diss everybody. Oh, y'all was perverts. Y'all was looking. Nah, we need to have that conversation. Because simple fact, first of all, I don't follow this girl for any reason. I don't know nothing about what she's doing on there.
Me either. I have no idea.
Right?
I don't even know her songs. So
And
I
so
know
she's
Chop-
trying to make herself relevant
and Chop ain't watching it. Well, she hell of a relevant to her. But Chop ain't watching this because he like big women. So I don't know who paying for this, right?
People like big women, Chop. I'm with you.
Chop like them big girl. So I know Chop ain't paying for it, but somebody paying for it. And that person shouldn't be shamed, right? He found you attractive. Maybe he was looking at that's scary. I hope he wasn't looking at you at 17. I hope he wasn't. It's scary to me, right? But maybe, just maybe, he was watching your feed at 17 for research. And then when you put the OnlyFans, he paid for it. I don't think he should be shamed at that point. He waited till you were legal. Who was that? Some rapper got with her as soon as she hit 18. Easy, no?
A rapper
got with her. He said, as soon as she get 18, I'm getting that. And he got with her. Was it Rich the Kid or somebody? As soon as she hit 18. Actually, it was a rapper talking to her when she was 17. It was a rapper talking to her when she was below age. So we can't be shaming people for that. Easy would know. Just type Bhad Bhabie OnlyFans leak. I'm not doing that.
I really honestly don't care enough.
I'm gonna let Dante type that.
Yeah, right. Dude, I do not care.
Next topic.
I do not look for girls that I don't know. If I can't see you in person, I can't learn how to look good on the computer.
What's the next topic?
I got you. So I want to talk about something.
He said it was Kodak Black.
Kodak Black. He's right. I want to keep it on this type of vibe right here, right? But it's gonna be funny, right? Do y'all know who? First of all, I gotta explain to you who Fredo Bang is. But a story came out. Fredo Bang is a rapper. I know Easy know who this guy is. I know you know who he is, Easy. Most of us of our age, we don't really know who Fredo Bang is, but the younger people gonna know who he is. He came out. A story came out with him, right? A story came out with him today. Let me see. Let me just make sure I got this. It's crazy because the simple fact of he had damn, I'm bugging right now.
Catch me outside, man.
I know.
With her voice.
I'm bugging right now, but it's right here. Give me a second, fellas. Fredo Bang. Dante, tell me something about your rapping.
I got stuff to plug, yo. I got a new industry standards big CD coming. Ooh, this joint is for. Oh, what's up? You going doing that song Sunday, right? You got your verse, or you gonna do it in person?
I'll do it. I'll just make it up real quick.
I know you do. Yo, this joint is fire.
So this is what I'm talking about, Fredo Bang, guys, and I want y'all opinion.
Fredo. Oh, ain't that to do the bang?
Shut up! Slow down. Stop! You gonna ruin the whole thing. This segment, I think it's gonna be the Insane in the Membrane segment. 1 week, one day I'm gonna have that right. The Insane in the Membrane transition. I got the video, but nobody can see it because when I play the Insane in the Membrane joint, people act like they didn't hear it. Fredo Bang is a rapper. He was this is. I want to get y'all fresh reaction. He was allegedly having threesomes with a married lesbian couple and ended up getting them both pregnant.
They wanted that.
Again, a lesbian couple, 2 black girls, was banging this guy, and he made them both pregnant. The Insane in the Membrane about that is how that happened. I need Dante's opinion on this. How that happen, Dante? At least I know anatomy, right?
You know what happened?
What happened, Dante? I need you to talk to me.
40 and plus, they just disappeared.
In your face, sucker!
Nah. You know how did they have children prior?
I don't know. I think I see a little baby girl in there, but I don't know.
No, they had children. Cause you know what it is?
Talk to me.
Sometimes women want children, right? And if they find the right donor, somebody that look, and you know what they also be looking for? I did some research on this. That's why I know. They looking for masculine sperm that they know is successful sperm.
But how are you a lesbian in a threesome with a guy?
They've been with dudes before.
Then you're not a lesbian.
Nah, I did. Okay, I can tell you.
You're not a lesbian. You're bi.
No. I can tell you a story. Nope. It's a lesbian.
I need some confirmation.
For some reason, she had an infatuation with me. I told Flizz about this story. She took me out.
Are you talking about a lesbian?
A lesbian.
A lesbian woman?
And she was a true lesbian. Tight as what?
Wait, slow down.
Like,
we're not getting past that. What? Finish.
I still mess up.
What's the moral of the story?
Sometimes they look at, when they see a masculine man that they're attracted to, they might, because she even said, I want protection. She was like, you don't need that. I don't care what you say. What was she trying to have a baby?
I think the real question is, are you really lesbian if you're looking at men for their masculinity and sleeping with them?
That's opening up a whole can of worms.
I don't understand how you claiming you're a lesbian if you still looking at men and trying to have ain't that bi? Somebody got to help me out with that. I think that's bi.
Bro, there's some things that you just gotta let slide.
Why?
I think you want to listen to this man on this one because he knows.
Yo, I'm just letting you know, bro, like you opening up.
Jennifer agreed with me.
Cancel culture.
First of all, I can't get canceled for asking a question. I'm just asking. I'm like, if it's a woman that's a full-on lesbian, how's she gonna like Dante and one's banger?
No, but
I need answers.
Because some people think I'm all right. I'm an average 5'6".
And I get it, and I know, but it's like, yo, guess what?
What?
Even though there's gonna be someone who answers with sense, there's gonna be people who answer with emotion. There's gonna be some, and it's like, oh snap.
She said Dante do it like this.
Someone's gonna be like, those three guys in the room aren't qualified enough to be talking about it.
But we
I want to talk about my
we asking questions.
I know this. I'm laying down the carpet.
I wish somebody would come at me about this. I'm asking an honest question.
Yep. He got 2 lesbians. They said they're lesbians. He got them both pregnant.
But no, the question is
it clout they did it for? Like, I don't understand. I don't put it like this. Let me just say this.
They can say they're baby.
I'm not going to be. You're not going to catch me in a reverse situation of that, because I'm not that.
Yep.
So you can't say, oh well, it was just a one. No, these girls got pregnant by a male.
Here's the thing. I will say, without going into who's what or who's categorized as what, I will say, people are attracted to powerful people.
That was my point.
No, I get it. I agree with you on that. That's what I'm saying. That's like, power is attractive.
Chop said she felt like a nut.
I saw that, yo.
Sometimes you feel like a. Sometimes.
I don't feel like just because it's a rapper.
But Charles, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
You know what? All right. Here's the thing. Let's put something that I thought. If I went to a sperm bank, you can sell me whatever sperm you want to actually sell me, right? You can tell me what it is. But if I actually see somebody, like, success breeds success, correct? Mm-hmm. So if I see somebody successful in my neck of the woods, because they could have probably got anybody they wanted in that neck of the woods, but they see this man as successful and whatever his name is known for, and then he's in that neighborhood too, because again, you don't necessarily have to be with them for them to have the protection of their father, right? Yep. So all of that could have played their part.
It all makes sense. It all makes sense. But me, I'm just going to speak for me.
Check my.
That's true.
That's what I said.
Be honest, Dante. I'm asking both of y'all a real question.
Yeah.
Didn't you used to dream of having 2 lesbians? Be honest.
I would do it.
Didn't you?
I used to.
So that's a yes. Every man dreams of that. Oh, lesbian.
No, I used to when I was younger.
You dream of breaking them. Like, oh, they gonna break. She gonna
I didn't care about breaking them.
Right? Like, no, but you had to break it for her to sleep with you, so just breaking it. So, end of the day, every man dreamed of that. This guy got that. But I'm trying to figure out, and I'm not trying to say like I don't know how it happened. I know how it happened, but I feel like you can't walk around with that title if you're willing to let this happen. I don't feel like a true lesbian would let that happen. You understand?
Yeah. I get you.
Charles, hold up.
Just because he's successful, that's like me.
Hold up, though.
That's wait. I'm laid up with Diddy somewhere.
No, but listen.
I'm laid up with Drake because he Drake. Like, it don't make no sense to me.
No, listen.
I can't. My little pea brain can't process it. But I'm gonna let you finish.
That was
easy. I'm gonna ask you this question. This is a psychological question. Are they a lesbian first or a woman first?
Now that's wait. That's murky.
No, it ain't.
That's a very Fredo, you Dante, you gotta catch up with the times. They don't relate. They don't go by that no more. So
listen to what
that's
I'm
a very the word term. Women is a
and the whole shit is dangerous.
It's dangerous. Now he getting dangerous.
No, I'm not.
Now he getting. You can't say they're not a woman because they're lesbian. So you go. You agree?
I know he said he's not.
But I'm trying to tell him.
He's not trying
Let
to
me finish.
Go ahead, finish.
Are they lesbian first or a woman?
A woman.
Okay. Don't women have certain emotions, certain feelings, desires?
I'm about to get Dante out of this. All right, so listen. We can move on. I thought it was safe. I thought it was safe.
Majority of women with a child.
I can't say majority. I won't quantify it.
See, yeah.
Statistically, of enough women want kids.
You putting on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get Dante out of this.
No, I
guys,
see what he's saying, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna get him out.
I want a kid. I don't got kids.
I'm gonna explain to you later.
Most dudes don't want kids.
Off
you
the air.
Want to be in my position?
I hear you. Off the air, I'm gonna explain to you why we need to end this segment right now. Off the air. Eddie Murphy. And I'm talking about this subject because Will Smith is a rapper, and we do hip hop on this show. Eddie Murphy made a joke about Will Smith smacking Will Smith smacking Chris Rock at the Golden Globes.
Slapping rocks on the corner. Ask Jada.
Eddie Murphy gave 3 pieces of advice for up-and-comers in the industry. He said, 1, pay your taxes. He got in trouble with taxes. 2, mind your business. And 3, keep Will Smith's wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Okay, that was funny, yo.
That's funny.
That was funny, yo, straight up.
Now, are we ready there? We ready to make light of this?
Let's go. That was funny. That was funny, yo.
I guarantee you, he talked to mad people before he said that joke. Like, is this too early? Is this too soon? So, I feel like we ready to have a conversation about this. Did y'all watch Will Smith's new movie, Emancipation?
Nah.
Oh, is that the
Slave?
No, that's. Oh no, I thought you meant that Serena's father joint. I didn't see Emancipation.
Slave Emancipation, right? I'm about to watch. I didn't watch it yet, but I'm about to watch it. But end of the day, I feel like we're ready to move on with this situation, right? I think we can make jokes about it. I think Chris Rock is okay. I saw Chris Rock in Boston.
He's touring using the joke.
Touring. He's touring.
You knew that was coming though.
He said he's gonna do a whole set about it, and that's gonna blow up. It's gonna be crazy.
I want to go and answer something you said. Is it too early? For what that thing that happened, that slap, it was never too early. As soon as that happened, that was to be talked about. Then you couldn't be too early with that. You could be too late talking about that. But that smack heard around the world was top notch, like material to talk about, joke about, rap about, everything that was current event at that time.
Say the last. But I want to move on, guys.
Yo, let's go.
Teachable moment. Let me get the screener up, and I need the crowd. I need the chat to follow through with this one, because this one gonna be a little bit more
easy. You're a funny dude. He said his story's lit. You know what story he said? He got the bad chocolate burger, but he was in the story. Easy.
I'm gonna tell y'all 2 things that happened to me this week, right?
Just 2?
My daughter, who I look at as an old soul, did not know who Keith Murray was.
How old is your daughter?
She's 27, but
that makes sense.
But she knows everything about the 90s. Her favorite stuff is Casey and JoJo, SWV, TLC, all the old stuff. She's everything about. So when she didn't know Keith Murray, I was like really surprised. I started throwing songs, and she's like, eh. And I thought about it. I was like, Keith Murray legacy really did not.
Keith Murray wasn't that big in the scale of music.
At one time he was.
He was the biggest rapper with that most beautiful stage.
At one time, for about 3-4 years,
he was the dude,
he was big.
He was the biggest dude in the world at that time. He was.
But how many years ago was that?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
So if you ask a 27-year-old whose cognition on music is probably came when she was 10. Like Keith Murray was long gone, and nobody talks about Keith Murray.
This is my thing.
Unless you're hip hop.
So wait.
Unless you're hip hop, nobody puts him on
my daughter knows a lot about
Everybody talk about Biggie.
A lot of 90s hip hop.
Yo, Charles, you got ice?
You know the ice machine right there. You asking me crazy. So listen.
I said, do you have ice? I ain't saying ice
Oh,
machine.
I need ice actually. But listen, she didn't know who Keith Murray was. If you in the crowd and you know, if you in the chat and you know who Keith Murray is, push up a lighter. But
you know they know.
I was kind of disappointed because she's such an old soul, right? She knows all that old school stuff. This and that third. She was on Max B before I even knew who he was, right?
Really?
But the young kids on Max B.
Yeah,
Well, Max B 10 years ago was, you know what I'm saying? Young kids was on him. Wave God. And we're gonna talk about him tonight. But she didn't know who he was, right? And it surprised me. Yeah. And I bring up Keith Murray because Keith Murray has been on a show. Do y'all know who Keith Murray is? He's been on a show. The most beautiful thing. He's been doing interviews.
They wouldn't know that, sir. They would know Fatty Girl or Yeah, Fatty Girl was the last
Our crowd is our age, bro. They know Keith Murray.
Oh yeah. This okay.
He's doing interviews on a show called The Art of Dialogue. Me and Dante sat in this house and died laughing, listening to Keith Murray's stories.
Yo, he's funny.
His stories are so crazy right now, right?
You can put your foot back.
But what I want to say about that is, I want to have the conversation. Is he doing too much with these stories? Keith Murray just told a story. Can I be graphic tonight? What time is it? It's 9 o'clock. Can I be graphic?
Go ahead.
Keith Murray. How we got only adults in the crowd right now? This is very graphic.
Might get us some views.
Let me see if it's only adults in the. Only no kids in there. Keith Murray is now telling stories. There's been it's like at this point his interview has 10, 15 parts of it. The first story he told was how Foxy Brown. Y'all know who Foxy Brown is, right? My daughter knows who Foxy Brown is. She's plugged in. That's why I'm surprised she didn't know who Keith Murray was. But listen, Foxy Brown. Keith Murray tells the story of Foxy Brown giving him head, and then he ate her out, and then they went downstairs. She was in a relationship with Corrupt. He said the guy off the elevator, Corrupt was right there, and she started walking him right to Corrupt. He said, "Oh, she's trying to set me up," and he did a U-turn and walked away and went down a elevator shaft. I don't know what he did. He went down some staircase and dipped. He said, "Oh, you're trying to start some beef between East and West." Right?
That might have been over the top. Right
that
there.
story gotta be 25 years old. But Keith Murray told that story. Then he went on to tell the story of Shauna. Y'all remember Shauna?
Yeah.
Ludacris artist getting some head. I was getting some head. Shauna. Keith Murray told us
lick you from your head
to your toes. Right. That's Shauna. Keith Murray told the story of him throwing her up against the wall, eating her out. Is it too late? It was too early to be graphic. Eating Shauna out.
Fellatio.
And I don't remember if he said she returned the favor or whatever, but that's all he did to her and this and that. And he loved her, this and that.
He went
in.
Wow. He was like, yo.
Right?
You ain't seen it yet?
Then he told another story of the girl from SWV. I think her name is Lily or something. Of how he was about to smash, but his man named Bun. I think Bun is in the R&B group. I think Bun might be in that group that only more you work it, no diggity.
Black
He's not Bun. Bun's in it because it was black. It was black. Chauncey, Teddy Riley.
He's either them or Jagged Edge, or one. He's in. He said he's a multi-platinum singer,
right?
R&B singer. I don't know what group Bun is in.
Blackstreet.
Chop, what group is Bun in? Lily, you're right, Jennifer. Lily is the chick from SWV. Keith Murray said he went to SWV. He went to Lily's house with Bun, and he didn't think that was gonna pop off. But Lily let them both in. Start going to. They was chilling on the couch, and they was getting like it was the vibe was there. So he said he went in the room with her. She cut the TV on, and then Bun came in the room too. And he said that he took off his Timberlands, got on the bed, and then Bun took his Timberlands off, and his socks was crusty. He said he had the crusty ass socks on, and he had his feet up, and he put his feet. And she was like, "Your man gotta go." He was like, "Bun, you gotta get out of there." So he said Bun messed it up with Lily for SWV.
I don't believe that story. Cap!
That's 3 stories about 3 different females that got to be 20-something years ago. Right?
Listen.
About this, that, and the third.
Cat.
As an elder statesman, now we all know Keith Murray kind of crazy. I did some shows with Keith Murray. I brought him to Rhode Island. He went. I had him in North Providence. He kicked the ceiling down. I have a video. I'll show it. I'll link it down later where I described the whole event where he stage dive and he started kicking his feet up in the ceiling because the ceiling wasn't that high. They started pushing him up, and he knocked the whole ceiling down. He ripped the whole club ceiling down. I have that video footage, but we all know Keith Murray been wild forever.
Boy, but
Keith Murray been wild forever. But is this too much? And this, we're elder statesmen. You're embarrassing Foxy Brown, who haven't said a word. You're embarrassing Shauna, and you're embarrassing Lily of SWV.
And
we just got on Irv Gotti
right now.
We just got on Irv Gotti about Ashanti.
Yep.
So, did Keith Murray cross the line with these stories?
I would say so. Because I'm like, everybody moves on to, you know, they're all probably with their significant others right now. And it's like, yo, they could have kids right now watching this bull crap. Like,
you basically said you was about to run a train on something. On SWV.
But no. He said that Bun took it upon himself to go in there.
It doesn't.
And she was like, "You gotta get your man out of here," so nothing happened.
No, because he said crusty feet.
Yeah, because his feet, his socks is
doesn't matter, yo. The fact that you saying both of y'all was in the same bed, which you about to Amtrak shorty. What are you talking about?
And it looked crazy.
Yo,
for her to let y'all in there look crazy.
Exactly.
If he had a crusty socks, what would have popped off?
See, that's what I know. You and I into fun.
Chop. Who's Bun? Chop. Tell me what group Bun is in, Chop.
Yo, everybody's been young before, right? Even our grandparents, our mothers, our fathers. Everyone was young before, and you can't know everything about your parents' past. You don't want to know.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't want to know everything your mother and father did. But the thing is, think about if you're platinum selling artists like SWV was with Weak and all that, and the friggin' the remix to Anything. These girls were killing it,
and they was going for church girls.
And it's like, yo, you're gonna be a sexual person if you think about it. Who's on your level? That is gonna be other like artists.
Facts.
Yep. So you know what I mean? It's not like Johnny the gas station attendant came through. Oh, let me get that. All right, you know. Even though that could have happened, I'm not saying that. But it's
that's
like,
the cute SWV chick, right?
I don't know which one.
Lily,
that might be. Cute? I
that might be the cute one. The little one with the little
bob.
Yeah. Okay.
I liked all of them. I ain't gonna front.
You like a Coco too?
I like all of them girls. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to SWV.
Well,
I thought all of y'all.
Can we get freaky tonight?
All of y'all was bad to me.
Can we get freaky?
So I mean, so it's like to sit there, like kind of like judge them off that past, man. Like I have some shit about past I'm not too proud of. You know what I mean?
Are we gonna condemn Keith Murray for bringing up these old stories?
I think Keith Murray should like chill out for a minute with that. Like Keith, you know what I'm saying?
WTF.
I listened to you as a kid. You was the bomb, but some kind of things has got to stay in the cemetery.
I think Keith Murray right now, that story. First of all, I don't think Keith because he also told a story about how him and Tupac had they beef and whatever. He told a lot of different stories.
See, I don't care about that.
Huh?
That's fine. That's on limits.
He said the group today, I think.
Today? That old Big Bub?
I think
Big
that's
Bub
right.
in there?
No, I think it's called Bun. He said Bun, but he could have said Bub.
Big Bub is from today.
He could have said Bub.
Bub.
He could have said Bub. Okay. He says a multi-platinum.
Why you always front on me?
But remember when you said, I got on Timbs right now, but my socks ain't crusty. Remember when you used to take the Timbs out, them socks be crusty? But that's because you wearing them every day. Anybody from the 90s had to change their socks every day.
Even with the snow.
Only way your socks is crusty is if you wearing them socks 3 and 4 days in a row.
Hold on. Let's answer this. Chop, why you calling me?
Oh.
What happened, Chop? Can I get my opinion on the Keith Murray thing? I feel like...
It won't answer. Oh, Chop, what up? Hold on, let me get you on speaker. What's goody?
Dante, listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
Listen to me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
All right.
Turn your computer down.
Keith Murray shit. Saigon posted on Instagram.
Saigon posted on Instagram. We can hear you.
Yo,
we lost him.
yo, bro.
Said claims Murray's interviews were premeditated to expose stupid people.
Alright. Got us.
I'm looking at the post now. It said Keith Murray hit me and said, Saigon, I bet you I can be trending overnight. He said these people out here are stupid as fuck and pretty much sheep who will
Yes,
follow.
you got us.
engage,
Slow down.
partake in anything.
He
I'm gonna have a conversation.
Yes, he was right. Are we really this freaking slow in 2023? Laugh out loud.
Yes.
So Chop claims that Saigon says that Keith Murray put them interviews out
I believe it.
to trigger us and make us feel because we dumb.
He's acting outrageous. That's really out.
But it's irrelevant because he's using real names of real people who everybody don't got that message from him that is fake. So it's gonna be mad people thinking that Foxy Brown gave him a blowjob, and it's gonna be mad people thinking that Shauna he had head with her, and it's gonna be mad people thinking that Lena let him get into bed.
I know
It's whack, bro.
They basically, it is whack. but
That's
they-
even worse.
They basically say that nobody's gonna question what he's doing. We laugh because it's funny, but
I hang up on Chop. All right, Chop. Thank you. I'm gonna get Chop on the video.
Alright,
But
Chops. Good luck.
I feel like that's even worse.
I kind of do too.
That's worse because now you lying.
Yeah, that's kind of bad, man. Keith, man, that's a worse look.
Now you're lying, right? This is what the elder statesman's supposed to be doing, man. This is what they supposed to be doing.
Talk, see, yeah.
Like this is what they doing. Like they, either way, either you're telling real stories about chicks you had sexual escapades, or you making them up. What's worse?
Yo, even like playing around like that. That's I don't know what story's true or not.
I don't believe he's playing around. I don't.
Whether it's true, it's bad, or whether he's playing around, it's worse. You know, you don't
It
play
is
with
worse.
people's
Yeah, you
names.
play with
You
both,
don't play
yeah.
with somebody's name.
They
and
got
rap
kids
that.
like Dante said.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what the elder statesman. That's what we need to talk about, Dante.
That's
The elder
right
statesman,
there.
where we led these kids. We think they trying to be what we told them they supposed to be. They want to be gangsters and this and that because that's what we was in the 90s, and they think that's all you can be, and that's what we led these kids wrong, bro. Keith Murray, that's crazy.
Coming from the north, south, east, and west.
That's crazy. What Chop put in my song? Oh, Chop sent me
He
some
set up,
He
yeah, the
sent us
pictures.
all.
Saigon
He sent us the
interviews.
receipts.
Saigon claims Keith Murray's interviews were premeditated to expose stupid people. Well, he was right because a lot of people was mad.
Color me stupid.
No, you're not stupid. So
No,
listen.
I'm just saying.
In this world
We talk
of
about-
clickbait and fast food, you feed it, people gonna eat it. So it ain't no like we was dumb, we was whatever. It's if we supposed to trust you, right? If I get an interview, you're supposed to trust what I'm telling you. And if I'm making some stuff about J-Lo, oh, I did this and that to J-Lo, I took the condom off, whatever I'm gonna say about J-Lo, you're supposed to believe that. Don't make it like we stupid.
Till that black car roll up on you and you said, what about J-Lo?
Yeah. So it's like whatever, bro. I'm like I'm confused. I'm just like I'm angry.
Nah,
I don't know.
I told you when we first seen that, I was like,
I'd
he
rather
was
have
outrageous. But a lot of the things he was saying, it was believable because of who he was saying it.
Right.
And he was a hot rapper at that time.
I believe this stuff is true.
I'd rather have him be telling the truth on this than lie about it.
Lying is way worse.
I'm like,
But
oh,
I
man.
think, you know what I think he's doing? I think he's exaggerating things to get that overexposure. But I think some of the stuff he's saying has some truth to it.
I can see that.
Hopefully his numbers get what they want to get. But
Dude, he got his numbers already.
I'm talking about financially though.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully he getting some bag out of this. Either way, because he's an elder statesman, and I got respect for all my elder statesmen. So hopefully, somehow, some way, Keith gets a bag out of this. But if you're lying on these females, that's lame. I'm gonna keep it 100%. That's lame. Anything else you want to add to that, Dante or Flizz?
Nah, that's it.
Nah, some things just need to be kept where it is.
So yeah, whether it's true or not, it's like, yo, yeah, like, let it go. 25 years ago, don't bury nobody there. We all got secrets. We all did things with people. Like, just take that to the cemetery.
I wanna take it a little bit. We're gonna have a little deeper of a conversation right now. 50 Cent says depression is a luxury.
I saw that.
And I want to talk about it. Let me read
He
this.
flipped it was ill though.
50 Cent's
Hold up,
interview.
before we go, Cadell did say, did anybody come out and deny? No, that was the thing. Nobody did come out.
But
and
I'm not
deny
going to
it.
quantify stuff by somebody denying it or not. If it was me, I wouldn't even address it. If I'm a female in my 50s and this guy talking about he did this and that to me that are back in the 90s, I'm not even addressing that. So I can't say it's not whatever because the girl didn't. You know what I'm saying? These girls they moved on from music. They don't care about none of this. So I would say if this chick might be running the Fortune 500 company. She don't want to talk about this. So the last thing she wants to do is address it, get her face back in the news on some dumb shit. So no, I'm not going to quantify did the girls address it or not. Let me move on to 50 Cent. 50 Cent's interview with Big Boy's Neighborhood is still making the rounds on social media, including a clip of Fifth explaining why he thinks depression is a luxury. He explained, I think the things you go through make you who you are. And in my journey, there are certain things that I don't even let into my system like that. Like I think depression is a luxury. Because where I'm from, you can't afford to be depressed. We already have a problem with this issue, in this thing. 50 Cent went on to explain, you got to pay the bills, right? So you got to go to work. You got to get up. You got to go do what you got to do. You got people right now that's at work that don't feel like being there, but they got responsibilities, so they feel comfortable. They feel uncomfortable while they're working. While they're doing what they got to do with these guys in a slump and they just decide what they're going to do and anything, I'm like, where they do that at? This comes after Fifth explained why he wishes that Tony Yayo would have blown up to his level, and he stated that he would have liked to have been taking care of the business side of G Unit rather than being the front man. So I want to talk about this. Just because you go to work does not mean you're not depressed. Depression is not a luxury, right? It's not a cute little dog that you can put in your handbag because you're rich or whatever. That's not what depression is. That's why our people aren't getting the help that they need, right? They're not thinking things through. That's why we still have these issues of people thinking that it's okay to get into an argument with you over stepping on their shoe and to pull out a blammer and blam you over a tennis shoe. Right? I'm going to keep it a buck with you. 50 Cent is a black man. A lot of black men, believe it or not, still look up to 50 Cent.
Correct.
And when he says something like that, it's pushing a lot of people backwards. Because depression is real. Anxiety is real. And all of those things cannot be taken lightly. Talk about just get up and go to work. That's not how that works. You can be depressed and still go to work. So the simple fact of the matter is, he's encouraging people to not get help that they need. This is why somebody that's bipolar would be on the street butt ass naked, like that video that came out last week. The guy butt naked trying to lift a car up, right?
What was this?
This was online because he never got the help he needed, never got the medication. Now he's out there going nuts in front of some white lady's car trying to lift the. He ripped the bumper. He ripped the bumper off her car. This dude looked like freaking Hulk out there. He tried to lift her car and the bumper came off. He ripped a bumper off someone's car, butt naked, because he was on something and he never addressed his issues.
I want to address with Chop. He said 50 is somewhat right, but like with these two young, I used to work with them. Them ends came to work when they wanted to and waste tripping or nothing because they still stay at home with their mom and be saying the way we can be up with working to pay the bills is old man thinking that that was their words. That's what he said.
I kind of know. Not know. I understand what 50's trying to say.
What's he trying to say?
It's irresponsible. I know what Challz is saying too. It's like the irresponsibility that you can spread. You know one of the hardest lines in movie history to me is Predator Part 1 when the Native American dude was like, I ain't got time to bleed. That line was hard as nails, dog. He was bleeding. It's like, you're still bleeding, but he's like, I ain't gonna pay attention to it because I got time to bleed.
Facts.
So 50's kind of saying like, in the hood, there's so much like other crap to be like going on. It's like he's kind of saying, I ain't got time to be depressed. You know what I mean?
50
he's
using
throwing it
that.
out like that.
52 older still be throwing that hood mentality. We are advancing beyond that hood mentality. If we pay attention to hood mentality, ain't working,
He's
bro.
He's in a position of teaching is what you basically saying.
Right now, you got Charlamagne, you got a lot of people, Jay-Z, Chris Rock, a lot of people are preaching therapy. Kendrick just put a whole album out about therapy. One of the best albums, in my opinion, the best album of the year, right? The best album of 2022 is Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and Big Steppers, right? He's talking about a lot of therapeutic issues. All that rah-rah, bang, bang, bang stuff is okay. All that cocaine, or Freddie Gibbs, Pusha T, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, I like all that too. But I like Kendrick because it's real. It's mad therapeutic. He talked about a lot of family issues. A lot of y'all got a lot of problems, and all y'all talking about is nonsense, right? So, if someone is brave enough, and I'm telling you, Kendrick has changed the game forever. It's going to take about 5-10 years. People going to start realizing, bro, we need to start talking about something else. Right? The rap game right now is actually...
I like his wording on that.
A lot of stuff is really, really cut and paste, formula. I listen to some of these rap songs. It's gets sad, bro. It's sad, right? We need more to talk about. And what 50 is doing is going to that old school project hallways. I ain't got time for that. I'm too hard. That's right back where we going in circles where guys are out here shooting each other. A lot of time, if you get behind somebody that shot somebody, it was a real deep emotion behind that, right? Somebody was upset about something and he took it out on this guy, right? Or he wasn't financially where he needed to be, and he felt he didn't have an option. A lot of guys that killed somebody didn't mean to. The guy that shot PNB Rock, the son that went in and shot PNB Rock in the Waffle House, he didn't mean to kill him. But he wouldn't give him the gold that he was there for. So he shot him and killed him. Now the simple fact, PNB Rock, give him the gold. This is the stuff we talking about. How important is your life? You're on the floor bleeding out in front of your girl. Right? If we get smart people, first of all, they not wearing big giant chains worth $100,000 in a Waffle House in the hood. If we smarten up as people, we won't say stupid stuff like depression is a luxury. A lot of these people that killed themselves was depressed. You hear about a guy in the hood that put a burner to his head and shot it. He was depressed. So that what 50 talking not going to help him. You got to get up and go to work anyway. No, I hear you, 50, but that's not the right attitude. Depression is real. And as a people, we need to understand we're not getting nowhere with this denying that people need help. People need to talk to somebody. You know how people always are looking on your loved ones, checking on your loved ones. How you do that? By telling them that ain't real, go to work. Work is not the answer. A lot of people go to work and shoot it up, right? Because they hurting. So his mentality saying depression is a luxury, I don't agree with it. Right? Everybody not as smart as 50 and have all this money and all this luxury to buy Mike Tyson's house and all this and that. Everybody don't have that. Everybody don't got Eminem to sign them. Everybody don't got Dr. Dre doing their beats. So it's easy to say depression is a luxury when you got everything you want and need, right? A lot of us don't have that. So depression is very real. Flizz deal with kids every day that got a lot of problems that 50 Cent advice not going to help them. They don't even have the job to go and entertain, right? So one of the things that I've learned this year, a lot of black men are going to therapy. They even started to offer free therapy the first couple months because black men are so resistant to it.
Even if you ain't depressed, you should go to therapy. It's still a way of therapy. See, what people be scared of the word therapeutic is not just because you having problems, it's to get some more information. Like a person like me, as I got good friends around me and everything, but there's some things I be dealing with where I want to actually see a therapist. I've seen 2 therapists before. You know what they actually said to me? They said it's not you, it's your friends. Change your friends. And I did that. But
okay.
Sometimes it's good, like sometimes you need a neutral person to hear your thoughts and what's going on with you to get. They not close to you, so they ain't gonna say things that they know about you because they're gonna be like they're gonna give you the reals. You know what I mean? Because people that love you might, well, except for Flizz would didn't tell me how it really is. He's like, yo, hey, bro, but the word therapy, people really gotta put in their vocabulary and really accept it and be like, you know what? If you need help, go ask for help.
It's 50 right?
It's you know what? And what he was trying to say, I understand he was right, but he was wrong at the same time because again, everybody's not in his position and in his shoes. So you can't speak for everybody. You can't speak for the masses.
No, that's like Dame Dash saying
you don't need a boss.
You don't need a boss. If you call somebody your boss, then you
again
you lame.
He's like, you know what though?
His message was saying to empower yourself. His message to empower yourself, but the way he said it was wrong because Everybody needs a job.
Everybody, see, that's what the thing where he was wrong is because everybody's not in your position, and everybody's not going to be in your position. Like I work, but there's times was also I can operate as a boss because there's things that I do that can make me a boss. But I work.
Okay.
I have a job paying me. Could I quit my job and further things more? I can. But most people, you're kind of in a boss position. You are a boss.
I am a boss.
You know how tough that is.
Boss mode.
Everybody's not built for that position. And if they think they're depressed now and not in a boss position, imagine being in a boss position. That could be more depressing. If you
That's
don't
the
know how to
thing.
handle it.
Bosses don't go around calling themselves the boss. Let's just start there. Ain't no boss walking in. Oh, well, the boss is here. Like you. That's not how it works. But go ahead.
That's the thing. So it's like people got to put things in a proper perspective when they saying things, because again, you could say something in the nature of saying, like, if he was to say it like this, listen, depression is real and everyone in some form of way deals with it,
Right.
but you have to deal with it on a level of where you are. See, that's a statement that actually could apply to everyone, but you can't just come out there and say it, because everybody's not rich. And a lot of people believe in, matter of fact, there's some people that got rich and they realized that the money didn't even help them.
Facts.
So you see what I mean? It's like I be telling people all the time, just because you got money, yeah, you can go buy a car, you can go buy a condo, you can go buy a house. That doesn't mean you're gonna get happiness.
No.
But
Facts. I need Flizz to speak on this.
Because again, I don't want to be devil's advocate. I think we might maybe going too deep on that. Cause I watched when 50 said it, and there was an irresponsibility. There was an element of irresponsibility, but I don't think he was denying depression. I think.
I didn't say that. But
No, I'm just saying. Watching it, I more think 50 was leaning towards like, things are hard. People are depressed, but do people in the hood have the time to address it? And then another thing is, what is the therapy he's talking about? Is he talking about sitting with a doctor, a PhD or something because then that costs money people in the hood don't have too.
right.
A lot of people who are poor don't have health insurance or whatever. So, there's a lot of ways to look at that, and so that's why I wanted to address the other side of it too. Just to be a responsible podcast. There's depression. I don't think he was saying depression ain't a thing. I think he was, But again, we could be. We're a sensitive society where you say something that touches people, we all can say what we want to say.
No, what he was saying up there saying is basically get over it, which is in some cases like I used to work at a hospital when we dealt with that.
Yep.
And when I was breaking down, a lot of times depression is a state of mind where a person is stuck in a situation where they can't overcome it.
Right.
They can't get past it. And it's like, if you really want to understand it, it's like a wave. And your brain's supposed to be going like this, and depression is like this, it stops the wave. And you're stuck right there. Oh, yeah, Charles used to work there too. So, the fact of the matter is...
Where?
Bradley.
I just work at Butler.
Okay. So, the thing about it is trying to get somebody to get past something that is hard for them to get past. Because here's the thing. Like, when somebody suffer, like, certain type of trauma, there's traumas I don't even want to talk about. What we was going to talk about was there's certain traumas that some people can't get past and it still haunt them to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So to just say get over it, it's kind of tough to just say get over it.
It's condescending.
I don't know if he's saying get over it though. I think
That's exactly what he's saying.
That's what he said.
But
He's saying it in different words. He's saying you ain't got the luxury, go to work. Shut up.
I don't know if he said if you ain't got the luxury. I more kind of got from it is like he's saying people in the hood don't have the luxury. That's a whole different nuance than
He didn't say hood.
That's what I thought.
Let me read it again.
Maybe I'm effed up.
He didn't say nothing about hood. I'm reading it right now.
You know what I mean?
I think the things you go through
like
make you who you are, and in my journey, certain things that I don't even let into my system like that. Like I think depression is a luxury because of where I'm from. You can't afford to be depressed.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the hood. Yeah.
No, but he's not talking just to hood people. He's talking about anybody.
Right.
But go ahead.
But no, but see, once he said because where I'm from, he's describing Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah.
Wait, slow down.
Right?
Now we're gonna clash because that's the exact thing I'm talking about. we're not different than other human beings, bro.
I know,
that shit is bullshit to me.
Check it out.
No, hold on, Flizz. He can't say, "Oh, I'm from the hood, so we gotta be tough." Fuck that. That's why niggas killing each other. Go ahead.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying it's easy to take something out of context. You can say
that's the most context I could ever give. That's all context.
I'm saying me watching the interview, I didn't get the same feel that we're saying by reading it. Maybe you should watch it and get the cadence. You know what I'm saying? Get voice tone and everything.
When you say where I'm from, you're saying
it wasn't as heavy as he was saying, as I was taking it.
I think like that's what makes microphones dangerous, the internet dangerous.
Flizz, at some point, stuff is what it is, though. Like we can't always have nuance to every single word. Some stuff is a word. Some stuff you say it is what it is. You said it, we gotta judge it. We can't be like, well, what's the inflection in his voice? Like some stuff you said, bro. He said it. We gotta take it for what it is. This shit is as basic as ever. Like I can't really say that this man.
I personally don't agree with that because I can send you a text saying some shit that's like, oh, you took out wrong. A girl actually was like, are you yelling at me? Because I was like, do I yell at you?
I understand that. So, that's nuance. I get it.
That's what I'm saying. So that counts. Every piece of articulation counts. Bro.
Not in everything though.
And so
some stuff is based. Some stuff you say. If I say I only like big titties, then how many nuances can I say that in?
That's
at some point. That's my quote. I'm standing on it.
Poignant statement.
At some point, ain't no nuance to that.
If you say a soliloquy, there's too much to take in. Know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I'm just me personally. I'm not gonna be irresponsible for me in what I believe in to say he's effed up because I can see what you're saying, and I'm not saying you're wrong because depression is real. Depression is a real thing, and he could have stepped on a landmine. You know, but that's what we all do.
A question for you.
We step on landmines sometimes.
Check it out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we all have homes. We all have luxuries in some sense, baby. I just bought 4 pair of new Timbs. That's a luxury.
All same color, all suede,
or different ones. I bought massive sneakers. I'm back on that trip. But anyway, we have homes we could go to. We got loved ones. Now somebody that's homeless, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you telling them to get over their homelessness, how can they get over that?
See, your argument is something that I'm saying. I don't think that's what he's saying.
I'm asking a question.
We got a lot of new comments that I did not see.
Whatever.
I had close it out and then go back in because the comments not showing up.
Because here's the thing, what I'm saying.
All right, so
once he say where I'm from, you're going back to the past.
Okay.
And the thing about it is, you're not there no more.
Let me read the comments real quick, Dante.
Go ahead.
Jennifer said that comment is crazy. Depression is not a luxury. Chop wrote 50 somewhat right, but with these two young... Oh, you read that already.
Yeah.
And then he said depression is real. Folks are really dealing with it. Jennifer said yes. She said same, but that album is special. And then Chop wrote... I don't know if y'all read this. Y'all going to have to put another couch down.
I read it, but I didn't read it out loud.
Chop said y'all going to have to put another couch down there because Challz is on his How Your Childhood stuff. He said I'm on my How My Childhood Was stuff. And then he wrote, not unless you rich, ain't nobody quitting. You're going to do what you got to do to make yourself better and keep pushing.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. I get that. I'm going to let you finish, Dante, but it's a lot of men. I was raised at, let me put it like this, right? My father wasn't there, but all the fathers I did meet, they barely talked to the kids. They sat down, ate their food, read their paper, watched TV. Them kids did whatever.
What they wasn't.
Barely talked to them kids. They didn't interact. It wasn't no da-da-da. And that's how we thought fathers were supposed to be, right? And then we got older. We realized you got to engage with these kids. Take them to the park, do this and that. But when I watched a lot of other people's fathers, they was not engaging. They didn't have nothing good to say to these kids. They'd buy them a Nintendo and go play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we don't learn better, right? If we say stuff like depression is a luxury, you know what I'm saying? That's the equivalent of being like, yo, man up. Exactly. One of the worst phrases to me, you could trigger me. We like literally could get into a fight if you telling me man up, right? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you telling me
that's gonna be my next shirt.
Whatever's going on, I should just eat it, right? I'm supposed to eat it and just roll with it. But instead of addressing it, I'm supposed to just eat it. That's the problem. What we dealing with, we don't dealing with. Now, you said what'd you say? You've been a therapist. You said you spoke to some therapists, right, Dante?
Yep.
I spoke to a therapist when I got diagnosed with cancer. I went to a therapist. Whatever. I'm not the tip. I'm not. My experience is not everybody else's experience, but I don't feel. I do my own therapy, right? But that's me. A lot of guys not doing those inner self-reflection. They're not figuring out what's wrong. They're not taking time to reevaluate and assess themselves and be better people. I'm doing that on my own. A lot of guys not doing that. They just doing this 50 Cent shit, talking about get up and go to work and just deal with it. Goofy shit. Right, and then they on edge, and the next thing you know, somebody's in jail for something stupid. Right? What I'm saying is, we can't have this toxic masculinity. That right there is literally, to my opinion, that's toxic masculinity. Saying in the hood we didn't have the option. Nobody has the option to not go to work, but you do have the option to say I'm depressed. Right? I don't like that he's going to tell people it's a luxury. Like, what's wrong with you? It's people in Butler right now doing day patients, right? Because they're depressed. So the messages, and I don't care, like, who. I'm a grown man. 50 Cent don't make decisions for me, but he makes decisions for other people. And so somebody who really need help would take that little nugget that Flizz is saying is out of context. They won't get the context. They'll say 50 Cent it's a luxury to be depressed. I shouldn't be sad. I need to just man up.
Shout out to Jose.
Right? So I feel like we got to stop talking to each other like that. 50 like a dinosaur. 50 still beefing on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still antagonizing people on Instagram. Right? He's still coming making fun of people. Like, he's still laughing at people. It's a dinosaur mentality.
Check it out though, Charles.
Go ahead.
In a sense though, and I get what you're saying, but also too, before I'm gonna demonize 50 Cent, I'm gonna say this. I'm not demonizing. I'm trying to enlighten. Because a lot of these guys. Go ahead.
Another point I want to bring in.
Go ahead, Dante.
Before you not you demonize, but before here's the thing. One of the things I always say is, as men and elders men of the community right now, we supposed to educate these youths, and I commend Flizz, he does that, and I commend TJ. TJ's starting to want to do that now. And the thing about it is, 50 Cent can say what he say, but men like us supposed to be in a position to balance that out.
And that's what I'm doing here.
I'm good.
But I'm not on 50 Cent's level. Go ahead.
In the term of when somebody says we don't have the luxury to do so, or someone doesn't have the luxury.
Jose said, "What's up to you, Charles?"
Shout out, Jose.
I think you guys looked at the word luxury. This is why words and things always have to work.
There's different definitions.
No, it's not about just definition how you use it. It's kind of like, you know, the term, if we're friends like these, who needs enemies? It's terms like that. So if someone says you don't have the luxury to do something even more fucked up than what you're doing,
right,
or less. So think of it that way. If I take it that way, he's not saying depression ain't a thing. You can't be depressed, or you're weak to be depressed.
Okay.
He's saying life is so fucked up for you. You don't have the luxury to slow down and address it. So in a sense, he's not condemning it. So that's why I said, if you look at it like that, it's easy to, like earlier, something you said was somebody kicked you out of a group and you were like, this is my opinion. I can say people don't want to say opinions.
They kicked me out of a Facebook group for my opinion. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's the thing. We're all throwing around opinions and we can take it how we want.
Facts.
They didn't understand what you were saying.
Yep.
So they took it how they want, kick you out of the group. We're not going to listen to you.
Facts.
You know, so that's the thing that I always try to be careful, because words matter. Every part of a dialect matters.
And now I'm going to get a chopper and lay the whole group down.
What
happened?
Hey.
I said I'm going to get a chopper and lay the whole group down.
The words expressed by CLBMG, you can't even say that because he's the... Go ahead. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we can focus on, he said luxury and depression. It's not, it's like the English language, how it flips up, and even how you say things. I can say
We're smart enough to know there's a different definition of luxury. We either talk about the actual luxury.
No.
But you hear what? But what I'm saying. It's just the definition of luxury could be used, but how we flip it and to the way you're pointing it. You know what I mean? Everything could be focused in a certain direction. I personally don't feel 50 Cent was saying depression ain't a thing. I don't feel 50 Cent was saying like you're weak.
No, we really questioning that.
But this is what I see. Maybe I'm hearing wrong.
No, but we was questioning from. He said the term we was questioning was he said if you're from the hood you don't have time to be depressed.
If you're from where he's from, which is I get that, but I see what he's trying to get to. Because how many times have you heard stories growing up of single mom working 3 jobs to make ends meet? I can see this in my real life. Matter of fact, I don't have to make up a story. I see single mom whose kids have to raise other kids, raising themselves. They're effing up because I have to work to make this work. But this kid is driving me crazy. I keep having to take days out of work to go address his bullshit. You know what I mean? Mom is going crazy. I give up. I'm tearing my head out. Like, you know. But she doesn't have the time to stop working.
She don't have the luxury.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? She didn't have. I can't stop working for him, so I might have to. So she'll tell his PO or something, lock him up because I can't take him no more. I do not have the luxury of watching this fool no more. Know what I'm saying? It's things like that.
It's perfect. It makes perfect sense. But when you
that's
say,
what I'm saying. It's like,
I get it, and I really understand what he's trying to say and what you're trying to say.
No, so I get what you're like. The thing is, I know, like, the funny thing is, I think I've only had like depression one time in my life.
What?
One time. I've never been a depressed dude because I always walk carefully. My whole life, I always avoided bullshit. You know what I mean? Even my girl not hates that, but when she sees that about me, like, oh, that's gonna stress me out. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go down that road because later on that's gonna hurt. So I got caught up in hurt like one good time because someone caught me slipping, and I was like, oh, I'm not feeling good no more. But guess what? I learned from an old judo instructor, my old shout out to Surge. I got this tattoo. He told me to get off the mat. That was all the therapy I needed to hear. I was like, oh, okay. I am struggling right now.
You know what this dude knows.
Man, listen, I just want to leave it at that with 50. I feel like as a people,
today's 1111.
We're not advancing. Right? I feel like for us to grow, we need to talk about things. We got to communicate. And if we're still saying stuff like being depression is a luxury,
yeah,
those words, there ain't no context. That's the words, and that's telling a kid you're being spoiled. Get out there. And I understand. Just like when this girl was in the Olympics and she quit.
The chick that got the baby.
The orange hair girl.
The chick that got the kid now?
Not Shahari.
No. I'm talking.
Oh no, you're talking about the other one. Damn, what's her name?
The Tumblr.
Yeah.
She said she got the twisties.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I know. What is her name?
She got a.
God, I know her name.
Go ahead. Who cares?
She got the twisties, and she was like,
I know what you're talking about.
I feel like some of us are not taking our mental health into consideration. And as we have more conversations about some of this stuff is not real. Like the fights in Walmart that we've been seeing online. Like there was a guy that they put a video up yesterday of a guy with a knife in Walmart trying to stab somebody, and somebody took the little, the little thing that had the ropes off with a little. It's like a metal
holes.
Yeah, that they connect the ropes to.
Oh yeah,
he took the ropes off.
Yeah.
And the guy who had a knife, and he was like, whatever. The guy came with the thing, bang! Like he hit him, knocked him down, took the knife from him. But we look at that as normal. It's not normal.
That was fight or flight.
It's not normal. And as we start to assimilate to real society, what a society is, the promise of what society can be. Walking around with a gun looking for ops is not what a society is, bro.
You know what it is, though, Charles?
Go ahead.
In the words of what's his name? Blurred Lines. Homeboy, that's on that song.
Yeah.
There's like too much video games, too much fantasy world, and people are trying to bring that into a realistic society.
GTA,
what's that, Call of Duty? all these different things.
Simone Biles. Jennifer got it. She's right.
Yeah,
Simone
that's
Biles. You're right, Jennifer. Simone Biles had the twisties.
Because here's the thing about it, right? We know the saying, hurt people hurt people.
Facts.
And so when a person is hurt and they don't talk about it, guess what they eventually do? Act it out.
Yeah.
That's what happens. And by the time we figure it out, sometimes it can be too late.
Mm-hmm.
And then your hurt just caused the avalanche because you hurt somebody and you making them mad because they look at it, what you did or what you got going on with yourself don't have nothing to do with you.
I'm gonna move on to the next topic, right? I don't know how. I think we already in a serious tone, so we're gonna keep it serious. Shorty.
Get it, shorty.
Get it, shorty. He claims that the argument that led to rest in peace Takeoff, the argument that led to Takeoff's death, the rapper Takeoff from Migos, was over loaded dice, which is a problem. If the casino that Jay Prince Jr. is running is supposed to be legit, if you're having loaded dice in that casino, that is all fraudulent. Let me read the story. We're going to have a conversation and we're going to get out of here. The tragic and untimely murder of Migos rapper Takeoff has sent mournful shockwaves throughout the urban community, touching the lives of fellow MCs, actors, athletes, politicians, news pundits, and hip-hop fans all over the world. One of the celebrities who was deeply impacted by the tragic loss of Takeoff was fellow Atlanta native Shorty. The comedian from Wild 'N Out claims to have had Takeoff and Quavo's relatives following the incident during the time the events leading up to the shooting were discussed in detail. In a recent interview on Ugly Money TV, the 41-year-old shared a little about what he learned from the previous conversations with Takeoff's extended family about what caused the heated argument involving Quavo and how it may have resulted in Takeoff's murder. Quote, I have to say alleged because I was told this over the phone from a reliable source. They say Quavo dominates in a whole lot of different things. Basketball, all of this. So they say that they had been shooting basketball earlier, and then they got to a bowling alley, and they said it was a dice game. They say that Quavo noticed that the dice were not right, and that's where the argument started. Everybody knows Quavo got a mouth on him. Everybody knows Quavo would talk junk. I don't think that was the atmosphere to talk junk in. I think they were on somebody's tab, and you got to respect that. So, let's just say, if you know what a loaded dice is. A loaded dice is when you throw it, it's going to roll a certain way to hit a certain point, a certain kind of way. It might be a 7. It might throw 7s all day. It might be 8s, whatever it is. Now, if you don't throw it over and over. You switch it out, right? So, if you got a dice that's going to always hit 7, you're going to throw it when you need it. 7. You throw it 3 times, 4 times, then you pull it away and switch the real dice back in, right? If this man Takeoff, I don't even know if he was even gambling, but if this man passed away due to loaded dice and Quavo talking junk, we got a real problem, right? Because
according to the people, they said he wasn't gambling. So go ahead.
Right. So I want to ask a few questions. The simple fact that we're still using loaded dice against our own people, first of all. Second of all, we're still gambling in unsanctioned environments that lead to death. I believe it was T.K. Kirkland who said all dice games end in something bad. Yep. Like all of them. Like I ain't shot dice in 20-something years. Like probably 30 years. I like really shot. Yeah, I go to casino. I'll do dice in the casino. I'll do that. But I probably did dice last year in the casino, right? And on the ship and the boat, the cruise, right?
I'm going tonight.
But I might go to the casino tonight. What time is it? I might go tonight. But if we still going to unsanctioned gambling spots, and we're millionaires, and it leads to an argument that leads to a fellow rapper named Takeoff, who is one of the biggest rappers, arguably the top 20 rappers on earth, getting shot by a random person who just got a bail of, what was it, $500,000? No, they lowered it. No, I think that was the bail.
It was a bail.
It was at $2 million, then it went down to $1 million. Is a $1 or $500,000?
It was a bail.
So
remember, just because your bill's a bill don't mean you have to come up with a bill. You just got to come up with 10% of it. 10%.
Say his family, his parents put the house up. So My whole thing is, as hip hop is not progressing. We say we learned from Biggie and Pac's murder, but we haven't learned nothing, right? We haven't learned anything. And in my opinion, as you reach a certain level, if I hit the Powerball tonight, I'm not going to be chilling with dudes shooting dice. At that point, there is nothing to win at that dice game.
Charles.
There is nothing for me to gain at a dice game with 30 dudes, right?
Charles,
with shirts on that say mob ties and Scullies and
you know what you
like.
You know what you're missing.
I'm a grown man. As a grown man, you start to understand. If I'm going to gamble, first of all, if you got the kind of money that Quavo, Takeoff and Quavo have, you are a VIP in any casino anywhere. You don't need to go to some guy's backyard, backwoods dice game. Wherever they have it at the bowling alley, wherever. You don't need to be there. The only thing they're doing there is taking your money. So I definitely believe there was loaded dice. Right?
But here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Those dice games don't really have to do nothing with money.
What do you got to do with? Pride?
Just to get a rep.
Ego?
When you ever heard the stories of the hood legend?
Okay.
Dice games are hood legend.
Facts.
See, if you like it's like we was talking about earlier on the joysticks. It was the nicest. I'm from the hood, so I used to double dribble was my game.
Double dribble.
I used to take everybody out. And you know what they used to always say?
Double dribble.
I bet you can't beat this person. Go get him.
Yo, I remember when Bama came to my house on way across town and lit my ass up. They brought him there just to play me and lit my ass up. But go ahead.
You know how many Bamas they brought to me and I lit them up?
I don't believe it. But go ahead.
Okay, so, dude. Charles, I used to put a full court press on a double dribble. You couldn't even do that. You couldn't get the ball past half court with me. That's how nice I was in that game. Just like 95 Live.
You could shoot a wild three up. The dude on the Celtics.
I used to catch. I know how to catch those.
It was a dude on the Celtics. You could shoot. Was it Larry Bird? It was somebody you could shoot from half court.
But the Celtics team.
It was just a spot every
Yeah,
certain
no,
spot.
people used to slide it like, yeah, but I used to go, yo, you don't believe me? Ask Chop Stewie what I did to him on 95 Live.
Chop Suey, we need answers.
Yo, somebody, they had, Big Daddy's had a tournament. All the hood dudes was in there.
Okay.
Chop won a TV. Somebody that was there was like, I bet you can't beat him. Talk about me. He said, bring him.
Why you on the TV?
Huh? I wasn't there for the tournament.
Oh.
It was after, you know what I said after that? I was like, where's my TV? You remember? I was like,
Chop Suey, we need answers. Did
TV?
Dante beat you in a game? In a tournament?
Listen, I was nice at, basketball games, I was nasty in them games.
Double dribble.
95.
Remember how you used to sound when it came on? Double dribble.
I still play that now.
Yo, so
Flizz going outside right now because he's still playing the old ass. But I got the Game Boy. I play on the old Atari joints too.
It's just because again, you coming from Atlanta, yo, I'm nice with the dice. You in Houston, we nice with the dice. Let's prove it. Bloop.
I feel like
See?
I feel like with this Quavo and Takeoff thing. First of all, one could even say Quavo antagonized it to get this man what happened to him. To be honest with you, and I feel like it's surreal that a rapper of this magnitude was actually shot by anybody. Where was the security? Where was the people that's supposed to protect him? Why was he lagging in the background for somebody to take a pot shot? You ain't even shoot the man that was talking junk to you, which is Quavo. It's crazy to me. I don't understand why we still going through these things. But loaded dice, in my opinion, as a people, man, we just not Flizz. We're not getting no better, Flizz. Talk to me, Flizz. Let Flizz speak.
I think we said all we need to say.
Yeah, we got it all out.
Yeah, I think. Know what I'm saying? There's no need to beat a dead horse.
Yes.
I feel like what we need to do as we about to wrap this up, because we on our last leg. I had something else I want to talk to y'all about. Y'all want to do a game, or is Chop gonna win every game? Chop gonna win every game.
Probably.
So we can't do a game.
Probably gonna win every game.
Chop go, but let me make sure I talked about everything. Did we talk about Quentin Miller the last time?
Yep. We talked about Quentin Miller last week a lot.
Okay. Oh, I have Max B in the title. French Montana says that Max B will be released in April. Ooh. That's a major story. Because a simple fact, Max B is in there for a very serious crime that he was supposed to do, man, like 20 years.
He's been in there for like 10, hasn't he?
A minute. I don't know if it's 10, but it been a minute.
It feel like he's been there for a decade, B.
It's been a minute. Let me see how long Max B been in jail.
I'm willing to bet you he did 10 years so far, yo.
Let me see what year Max B went to jail. He secured a deal. He had a 75-year prison sentence, which was reduced to 12. He went in, apparently in 2009.
Yep. I knew.
2009? Listen, I'm a little tipsy with the screwball. I need somebody to do the math for me on that. I don't know how many years that is. He been in jail for 14 years?
No, I remember, I can't say names, but I remember working with some young ladies at that time with teenagers then, and they loved Max B. I remember thinking, and I was like, oh. So that's how I knew. I said it's been at least 10 years. Because those young ladies are like in their 30s now.
He's saying that he's trying to get him out with the assistance of Kim Kardashian. That's what French Montana saying. But this is my thing, bro. And this is some hip-hop question before we get out of here. You've been in jail for, what did we say?
14. About good, just hit 14.
First of all, we're still talking about him, right? We're still like Max B this, Max B that. What kind of career can we expect from a man that been in jail for 14 years?
People gonna want to hear this dude, though.
I think maybe the old school like hood cats from like who are probably like in their 30s and going up. But I don't know. I'm not gonna say like the youngins are gonna wanna gravitate to it.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. No. I'm gonna tell you why. I told you. What did I just tell you? We in a mentality where he got street cred. He didn't say that.
He does. That's why I think the old school cats, like it's just like when at the Cameron show, they was all like at the Cameron show was all like late 30s, early 40s something up in there rocking with the old school like with the Timbs and the baggy jeans on again. It's like young people ain't supporting that. Like it just don't happen. Like no matter how we want to phrase it and paint it, young people support young people stuff. You know, so if he's gonna like the thing is in our fan bases, he's
gonna be bigged up.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen though.
He's gonna be big.
So I think
French
he might
Montana
have
got his best interest at heart.
Frenchie.
And whatever French Montana got to do, he gonna do it.
Yes.
And what's gonna happen is as soon as he get out, he gonna scoop him, throw him in the freshest gear, probably take him straight to Khaled. He probably gonna get my guy Sway Lee. Yep. Like I'm telling you, once he hook him up with these youngins,
young him up,
he gonna be on fire. That wave stuff that's not gonna work. He gonna do the wave stuff. He's gonna say the wavy this, the wavy that, but that's not what the lane they're gonna take.
Yo, shout out to what's that producer who be doing them skits online when he did the skit about the old school head who went to jail for 10 years, came out still using all the old words and shit.
I know what you're talking about.
Crank Lucas.
Yeah.
Crank Lucas is hilarious.
I think he's from my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Down in DC. I think he's from DC.
Crank Lucas be having the funny skits and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, he's funny. But listen, we're gonna get out of here because it's 10 o'clock. And Dante is slizzed.
No, I'm not. Shoot. I could bust rhymes.
I'm way more slizzed than Dante. But you know what? I want to have some fun right now. TJ down in Atlanta doing his thing. I want to salute TJ right now. I want to show his video real quick. Let me see if I can show his video. Let me see something. Let me know if it worked. TJ in Atlanta featuring Crook Rock.
I'm losing weight. I'm trying to get that flex.
Ain't no stopping us. It's blowing up.
Hey.
That's good.
No stopping us. 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 Hey. No stopping us. No stopping us.
This is an HTP joint.
No stopping the way.
There it is. Yo, I'm fucking slizzed. Like I drank too much of this shit.
Are you serious?
I've been drinking this, sipping this shit.
Yo, that block party was freaking lit that day, yo.
What block party?
That shit, his video, I was there that day. That shit was lit. The whole the old school Ville niggas was out. Like, damn, if Cal I ain't seen in like years was out.
See, that's what he need to do, take advantage of that. He got that love out there.
Nah. He's saying it's not like what, because they see, again, I keep telling
They
him.
looking at him in a different light, and they trying to look at him.
Everybody's trying to
with
spin
jealousy.
the block on him now. And I was like, yo, don't connect with everybody.
Look at Big Dre.
Don't connect with everybody. I'm trying to warn you. Everybody's not in the best of your interest. They see you high right now. They want to But I let people. My loves go.
Hold on.
Another video.
He got street cred. He didn't say no. He done.
It's blowing up.
So when I'm mixing
All right. I was like, why this shit so behind?
but I'm gonna do it in a club.
Stop it up.
So you're gonna have to get dressed up.
Stop it up. Stop it up.
Lady, one day to have my baby. I told you I'm working on a mix CD because what I'm using is the beats that people like to traffic.
Okay. Using nostalgia, I get it.
So it's gonna get traffic to you, whatever. Then I'm gonna go and record my album. Like I told Craze, yo, we can record the album either your house or I'll go to Merck's or whatever. Just give me the beats. I gotta get that album because I know that album's fire. But like I said, people that's like it, I let people hear the mix CD. I was letting Challz hear some stuff. The joint's crazy. I just want to make sure it gets real good. Crook Rock and his cousin went down to Atlanta with him.
Stop it up.
So you see what I mean? They all jumped on a plane.
Can't do it again.
They trying to set something up when me and Flizz go down there. I'm waiting for that. Well, y'all know right now I'm getting first class tickets. I'm getting on a plane. I'm be first class. I don't care how much it costs. I'm going first class.
First class.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Let me sing it too. Who's that?
Old school friend of mine I grew up with.
Tell her what's up. Holla.
What y'all talking about?
No, somebody his phone.
Up in the sky, champagne. So tomorrow the session is now at 6. Merck pushed it back an hour.
As far as the most
Wait, hold up. Are we go? I thought we were waiting for TJ.
Now I'm waiting.
Stop it up. Stop it up.
Merck didn't respond.
I think that joint choppy. I got a fucking. I'm not showing them a fucking video.
So yeah, so I'll leave it there. Do y'all want to wait for TJ to come back, do it all together, or y'all want to leave y'all verses tomorrow?
Oh, good question.
Oh yeah. So what y'all want to do? Cause that, if so, that gonna do.
I'm back. We back. We back, gang. We back. We almost out of here, but we appreciate y'all watching. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. I hope it wasn't stuttering.
I had. They left quick. That's how fast I had.
This is where we get into all kind of trouble, bro.
Shoot. Yeah, right. You know you
Can't do it again.
This is where we get into all kind of trouble. But listen, TJ be back next week. Salute to TJ down in Atlanta.
They'll tear it down.
Doing his thing. I hope that
Crook Rock
video
is with
wasn't. And Crook Rock down there too. Maybe next trip.
Wesley with him too.
Next trip we'll do the whole podcast from Atlanta. We'll see what happens.
That'll be fire.
But
We're
yo,
gonna do that.
we about to catch y'all on that flip side, baby. Anything you want to tell them, Dante, before we get out of here?
Yo, shout out DJ J Smooth. Yo, he's doing our mix CD, Smooth Criminals. It sounded beautiful. He's making it professional. I'm also in the lab working on another mix CD called Industry Standards. I got Flizz on it, TJ. Challz might make an appearance, but if not, he gonna have to get on volume 2.
I'm the black sheep, man. They be doing me dirty, but I just roll with the punches,
Yo,
bro.
we
They
working.
don't want my raps. They don't like my raps.
We working, man. We working. This is my 3rd session already.
I had a lot of screwball tonight too. What's up, Flizz? What's good?
Always working, always doing stuff. Hit me up for videos, beats, writing, ghostwriting. Pretty much.
Did you say ghostwriting?
Yeah, I ghostwrite.
This dude Flizz is actively advocating for ghostwriting.
I can name. I'm not gonna put everyone, but I can.
You
give
definitely
five
ain't gonna
artists.
do that.
I can give you 5 artists that I wrote joints for.
You gonna name them right now?
No.
Oh.
I'm not gonna do that.
We're gonna do the top 5 artists that Flizz wrote.
But I know it. But no, I'm saying like I'm doing it all right now. But this
He didn't ghostwrite none of my rhymes.
the new project is called Immortality. It's dropping in. It'll be like either by first week of February or last week of January. So look out about a 3-week range from here. But this album, as everybody knows who follows me, every album got a different feel and a different pull. The last one was super artistic and it went all over the place. I was showing off with range. This album, I kind of tucked it into a nice little neat ball of hip hop again, with a little bit of, it got like, got some soul on it. It got some very Jay Dilla sounding stuff. It got some hard primo stuff.
Dilla.
So this album is hip hop, whereas Forever Beautiful, Eternally Ugly was art. This album is just the art piece of hip hop. All right, so it's me like on my like core rapping type shit. So check for Immortality.
Immortality, artist name Flizz.
Yeah.
Me and Flizz got a song with Craig G. It's called Rock So Fresh. Make sure you check that out. And shout out to Lorenzo the Butcher in France. I'm doing something called the First Class Package to Paris. I'm almost done with that. That's going to be really, really dope for my people over in Europe. And what we going to do, we setting up a tour in Europe, bro. We going. I don't know who going with me. I don't know if these dudes going to go with me, but I'm going. So we're going to see y'all in France, Paris, Switzerland, everywhere that's rocking with us. I'm going to see y'all over there. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip
German
side.
Pell artist named Flizz.
French